Right boys, so first episode of the YouTube channel. What we're going to do today, we're going to do a little bit of a training session. We're going to train back today. Hopefully I'll be able to give some advice, some tips, show you how I train, show you how I lay things out, how my sessions run, why I choose to put what stuff where, and just sort of try and provide some education, but obviously have a bit of fun as well, lift some fucking heavy tin. It's what I do. It's going to be raw, it's going to be simple, it's not going to be over the top. It's just going to run how we do things. Do you know what I mean? Start with Dorian pullover today, something to hit the lats whilst they're fresh. I always like to put something that challenges a big muscle group and doesn't sort of take into account too many joints. So I'm not using a lot of my elbow, I'm not using a lot of hip, I'm primarily using my elbows to drive down, but that movement is coming from the shoulder. So that allows you to know that you're targeting your lats. For me, I always go with something like this first, target the lats whilst they're fresh. It's not a massive movement, but it'll help to get everything lubed up, nice and moving. From the first warm-up all the way through to that will be my last warm-up. My reps stay the same. I'm trying to generate as much force on the way down as possible. Take it up nice and controlled. It's going to stay the same through a lot of my movements. You'll see that even later on in exercises, even when I go deadlifting a little bit, you'll see that it's explosive on the way up, controlled on the way down. I hope that stays on. I hope that stays on. Let's go then, Bogger. Come on, man. Nah, the old school pullover, one of the best machines in game, mate. I think there's a reason that Dorian Yates, sort of all old school boys used to use bits of kit like this. The old sort of chainmail kit, chain linked kit. The simple movements. Literally a pullover, fucking single arm pull down, the Nautilus rows, flex fitness equipment, mate. They're super simple. But people nowadays, they like to sort of over-egg stuff. The Prime kit's really popular, and don't get me wrong, some of it is really good. But I think it's just a bit unnecessary for like your typical lifter, typical gym goer. Most people aren't going to know how to use it, or what they're going to do is they're going to put a load of weight on top peg, end up fucking about with the machines. The machines they're not going to last long, and sort of that's why stuff ends up wrecking in the gym, because people take the piss with equipment. When you've got a facility like this, you need to be looking after the kit. I think Nathan's done a video today about sort of the pendulum that he bought, the Paramount pendulum. 10 grand that bit of kit cost him. 10 grand. I think he calculated it being, what, 18 years, Ollie? 18 years of £50 a month. 18 years worth of membership that you'd have to pay to afford that bit of kit. Do you know what I mean? So people might gripe and think, oh, 45 quid, 50 quid. Membership, but realistically the value for money you're getting is absolutely insane. That's why I urge people to come to facilities like this, mate. If you can travel 20, 25, 30 minutes, maybe even longer. I'm travelling 25 minutes to get here, and it's for the simple sake of the fact that I can level up my training. I think I'll still do your basic barbell movements, your basic dumbbell movements, your simple heavy lifting shit, but when you've got kit like this available, you need to make use of it, man. 2 sets done there. Second set were a little bit lighter. Threw in some pauses in the stretch as well, just to make it that tiny bit harder. There's a lot of talk nowadays about length and training and that sort of stuff. I do think it has its values. Realistically, just make sure that you're not fucking about with exercises. You're not sort of exploding out that length and range, using your stretch reflex to sort of push the weight up as opposed to actually using your muscle to lift it. Walking away now, 2 sets in, I feel pumped already. Whoa. What do I want? It's a bit too narrow. Second exercise, another lat-based movement. Now it's going to be a pull down. This is a slightly bigger movement than your pullover. You're going to use a little bit more muscle. You actually are going to get some of your upper back, your rear delts, all that sort of stuff involved in it as well. What you can do, try limit it. Keep your chest up. I think, well, not chest up, but back flat, spine flat. What a lot of people do is they'll sort of lean back, overarch, and then they'll sort of pull it right down. And inevitably it takes it off your lats. You want to be sort of trying to connect the whole way through. With movements like this anyway, you can get away with it on your bigger movement, but with movements like this, try and sort of nail form. Try stay slightly more upright than sort of swinging it back and jerking. So if you notice the way that I perform the exercise, I like to keep my chest slightly up. I'm not necessarily overarching, sort of leaning back into it. My chest stays high, my elbows sort of move along one path. So I like to imagine I'm dragging my forearms across the wall in front of me. I'm not necessarily like saying super strict, it's more like an arching movement. My elbows come up, my elbows come back, they come up, they come back. Come on, Bobby. Intra-workout. I think that's like a bit of a, not a skeptical topic, but a topic that a lot of people like to talk about. Realistically, what goes in your intra-workout is very case dependent. A lot of my lads will know, sometimes you have carb X in, cyclic dextrin. Majority of people have EAAs, some people have electrolytes, some people chuck creatine, glutamine all in there. It's very case dependent in terms of where you are, in terms of how much food you're eating, how hard you train, all that sort of stuff. If you're eating a lot of food, getting some cyclic dextrin or some, like a good intra-workout carbohydrate source can be really beneficial for you. I think a lot of people notice that their actual performance increases from it as well. Even keeping like 15-20 grams of carbs just intra-workout makes a massive difference to my training anyway, especially doing longer sessions. If you're going over that 90 minutes, 2 hours mark, you do notice that little bit of flagging and your carbs keep you going, especially if you're using like peri-workout insulin as well. When I set up a T-bar or any sort of chest supported row really, I like to usually have my sort of chest hanging over it a little bit, sort of my nipple line in line with the top of the pad, just because it allows me to get that extra, I think the term's thoracic extension, but I could be wrong. So it just allows you to get that little bit of arch over it, get that extra stretch, your lats, your sort of upper back, feel a little bit more range of motion. Fucking hell, Nathan, man, this is heavy, this lad. It'll be alright, it'll be alright. I'll crack on, I just needed to do a little feeler. Yeah, so I'm just speaking to Connor then about sort of competition dates this year. So on my timeline, I'm scheduled to start prep about May, late May. I'm going on holiday just before, so I've started pulling back a little bit now. I'm just not at peak food anymore. Keep digestion fresh, sort of pull some of that shitty body weight off. And then we can dig into like the proper prep afterwards, after my holiday. Shows I'm aiming for, what I've got in my mind anyway. PCA Yorkshire, which is a week before the PCA British Finals. And then couple weeks before that, there's like your, there's a couple Two Bros regional qualifiers. I might jump into one of them. It just depends if, well, I'll be in shape, but how I'm looking, whether I'm sort of close-ish to my weight cap, what I look like around that sort of body weight. Optimise gym, if you haven't heard of it, it's one of the best gyms in the area. If you're in West Yorkshire area, get yourself down. Selling these sick t-shirts, mate, slightly oversized. This is a double XL. I'll say I'm 6'1", about 105 kilo. Looks banging, doesn't it? Back print, broad across the shoulder, makes you look wide. Tiny print on the left front.
Come on, bro. Easy job, let's go, bro. And again, bro, let's go. More.
Come on.
More. One more. Two more.
Down again.
Up. One.
Let's go then.
Easy, bro. Easy, rep him. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Keep going. Bro, I'm gonna lift him up and you go down.
Let's go.
Come on, Mike. Down. Down. Slower.
Yeah, my bad.
Down.
My bad.
One more. Slower. Hold it. Hold it.
I'd not left it. Two sets done on there. See a common theme. A lot of my back training's one heavier set, one lighter set. I like to try and go for a bit more control on the lighter set. My form's never 100% perfect. I'm never 100% textbook, can't be the first person to tell you that. But as long as you can sort of get a good feel out of an exercise, stay within some sort of like safety parameters, make sure that you're not fucking chucking yourself about, you're gonna grow. I've not used the deadlift bar in ages, man. I'm actually quite nervous. See how everything is placed for efficiency. Bar jack, bang, plates, easy, smooth. Been doing a lot of rack pulling recently. It's been the first time I pulled from the floor in a while. Fucking quite excited to do so. Jesus Christ, I forgot how far away it is when you're on the floor. I think the deadlift is one thing that a lot of people seem to overcomplicate. It's quite literally one of the simplest exercises in the world. You are picking a bar up off the floor. So you'll notice that when I go for a pull, my hips start quite high. I'll roll the bar into my shins, bar stay in contact with my shins during the entire initiation of the pull. Do what feels comfortable for you, man. If it feels comfortable a little bit tighter in, you feel more safe, stick with that. So, wrap, wedge, pull. Smooth. I don't know how people listen to like rock music and stuff before, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Actually, that's a lie. Before my squat set on Saturday, I listened to Triple H's theme tune. I'll take that. Not pulled from the floor in a while, so I'll take that. You get on stage in your trunks and people seem to like treat it like it's fucking, like, talk about it like it's a battlefield, mate. Like you're on front lines, man. It's not MMA, it's not boxing, it's nothing like that. It's you getting on stage in your trunks, oiled up. It's not a war. Don't get me wrong, you put in hard work and all that sort of stuff. But come on, man. Oh, what a tune. Whoa. So this is, I don't think it is a flex one, but it's a copy of a flex one. What I'm going to do with this, because it doesn't pull out or come in, so converge or diverge, I'm just going to take a wide grip. I'm going to use it as sort of an upper back focus row. We've already done 2 sort of lat focus movements. I've done what I'll call a complete back row, because the T-bar row, in my opinion, hits absolutely everything. It's one of the best movements you can do, a chest supported T-bar row. For your upper back anyway, your upper back, rear delts, upper lats, absolutely smashes everything. Done a deadlift. So move on to something like this, which is a completely upper back focused row. Try create that depth, especially in the, because when you're doing the back double bicep, that's what shows that 3D look. Let's fucking go then. Last machine for back anyway. Cybex VR2 row, dual axis row. It's just a horizontal row pattern. It just moves quite nicely with the chest support. It allows you to stay pretty stable. I'm going to do it so it's targeting my lats a little bit more. Seat a little bit higher than you usually would with your rowing machines. With this one, you'll see that I've angled myself slightly over the pad, just so that I can get around, and you'll notice that this handle is directly in line with my lat or my shoulder joint. Not sort of raising my shoulder up to get to that point, so that's why I've picked a seat position that's slightly higher than usual. Driving back, elbow stays down. Just pulls nicely into your lat. I'm happy to be on a pin loaded machine now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at, like, plate loaded machines are my favourite, don't get me wrong, but fucking hell, looking around plates all the time gets hard. The way I've chose to position my body on this, briefly touched on it earlier when I started the exercise, leaning over slightly. What I've decided to do is open up my hip a little bit, just to allow me to actually get my hand into my pocket a little bit more. Sometimes if you have, machines are designed well, but sometimes there's little bits like a foot pedal that potentially might sort of hinder your movement. When you're really trying to challenge your lats, you want to get your elbow and your hand low, your palm low, just so that you can sort of drive that back a little bit. If I had my hand up here, pulling from handle, I'd hit my quad. So what I decided to do, just shift that leg out a little bit more. It also allows me to sort of wrap around my body, come across my body a little bit more. One of the lat's primary functions is adduction and abduction of the elbow, well, abduction of the elbow. So coming across my body, wrapping it around my spine is actually favouring the lats a little bit more. Right, first session finished. So back day, smashed it off, tried a couple new exercises. A couple of different bits of kit that luckily, like I've said about 1,000,000 times, Optimise is fully kitted out, mate. Some of the best kit I've tried. So it was nice to try some new bits, switch up my back day a little bit, feel absolutely hammered. So I can tell it's a good session, innit? Hopefully you'll be able to pick up some little bits, see obviously like how I train, apply it to your own training. Yeah, and just even if it's just fucking sitting there watching it now while you're eating your fucking meal, man. It's always something. That's what I do, mate. Anyway, I literally sit, eat my chicken and rice before I train, watch someone else train. Yeah, it gets me in the zone for training. So yeah, hardcore training. That's what we're going to do on this channel. Stay tuned for more bog. Like and subscribe, because if I don't say it, Ollie will cuss me.